You're probably not going to see it. I've tried to show you before. The quality of Habs broadcast is absolutely amazing. Give these folks all the kudos. Trying to find a place to put my little portable light and get some light on. And that's an issue. Lights. It was a gift. Still use it. Mustache is getting long. How are you all? I know I'm on Facebook as well as Haps here. Um, Everybody knows what Haps is on Haps. Uh, it's a multimedia broadcast system. It broadcasts to your other medias, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. Am I missing any beside Haps? I'm not sure. But I'm out here, and in roughly 9 minutes now, space station's going to fly over. It's about 40 degrees, well, 37 degrees up, which is almost where the North Star is, if you know where the North Star is. A lot of people don't. It's not the brightest star. That's, I think, what throws most people off. I have my, forgive my, I'm going to hit you with a high beam. Hang on. There we go. That'll wash you out. Turn that back off. Still no viewers. See, I didn't hashtag anything either. I don't care. I'm out here just to kind of BS for a little bit and share what all's going on in my life. Today was a good day. Got to meet up with my friend Mike. I like to call him that before I call him my ex boss. I retired. He didn't quit. You gotta straighten that out, I guess. You never know when you say ex boss, right? Um, Till anybody comes in, I'm getting rid of the cheater glasses. I don't need those. Although, of course, that gives me really bad bags under my eyes. I'm just one of those people, I guess, that tend to look better with glasses, except for, of course, you get those little dots in there from that round light. Um, but let me see if I can switch apps real quick. And nah, I'm not seeing the space station app there. So I don't know if it's going to actually chime for me or not. Should have set my watch is what I should have done. What a crew! 0 people in here. I don't know. You wonder why I say Haps isn't quite for me. Used to, 100 people. Sometimes, let's say 50 people at a time. Back in the days of Periscope, remember? Get 1,000 people, sometimes 1,500 a show. Pretty cool. Now I can't get five. That's sad. I'll blame myself for not hashtagging it. I'll do that. I'm going to move the lamp around, see if I get any better color out of this. Some of you will watch tomorrow. I know it's late. My audience, if you want to call it that, is earlier people. Blinking all kind of stuff. I don't know what's going on. Tells me I have a great signal. I know that's BS. Hap says it's BS. Don't go by your signal indicator. Well, then do away with it. We don't need it. If it gives us a rough idea to how we might look, doesn't do me a lot of good. And this crap, this stuff on the screen, I don't care to discuss Haps pro tips. Start every broadcast by inviting viewers, download the Haps app, subscribe and notify. No, you do what you want. Um, if you're watching this, you don't have to download and subscribe to it. Of course, if you're over on Facebook or somewhere, some of you might be watching. You're sure not watching here. I get critical. I get critical of the app, um, although there's no better picture quality. It just isn't. It's phenomenal quality. Good signals necessary. but it's still one of those things. And I'm probably going incognito here so I can see the space station when it starts to go over. I know exactly where it's going to come from. No one's here, so what's it really matter if you can see me? Might as well turn the light completely off. I don't overly need it, but I definitely can't see the sky if the light's on. So let's do it from the dark. There we go. 6 minutes in. Tells me that roughly 4 minutes to go, because almost as soon as I came on, I had the 10-minute message. Right above me is the Big Dipper. The last two stars in the Dipper, they point directly at the North Star, which is very dim. It's Polaris. It's the main star of the Little Dipper, Ursa Minor. It's called, and you got to have a pretty good visibility. In my class 5 uh, spot here, I'm in class 5 Bortle. It's called BORTL or BORTLE. There we go. Bortle zone is uh, is pretty hard to make out under any condition the stars of the Little Dipper. I sure could when I was a kid. Let me light me up for a second here. All right, guys, it's zero of you here. Always amazed at that. Uh, yes, should have hashtagged. Maybe some of you would have found me. So popular. I guess probably the one thing that really peed me off was that I came on, did a bunch of cooking shows right away. Even mentioned it in my bio. Mentioned it to a couple of the Haps guys. You know who they are, and never got tagged in the cooking department for no reason. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I got to come out here every night of my life and sacrifice a couple of hours and build up a huge fan base to have notice in the cooking category, and stuff like that makes happen not happening for me. I got to cover that light for a second just to look up. Say I know exactly where the space station is going to pop up, and it's going to be, and it just sort of pops up like that. And the app tells you not only when it's going to pop up, where it's going to pop up, what angle it's going to pop up at, but also tell you the path, and also when it disappears, and the different degrees of altitude that it's going to be flying at. So it's a little cloudy. It's probably about 50% clouds, really, but I can see some of the main groups of stars. Like I say, I see Ursa Major, the Big Dipper, and I see up there is Gemini. Over there is Hercules. I see one of the brighter stars in the sky, Vega, is looking at me, as is Spica. I can see Spica up there. Let's see. I see a plane going over almost the trajectory that I expect to see the space station. And there's the space station. You'll never see it. You don't even see me. You get to see the space station. But there it is, climbing quickly. Pretty much you can tell it's not an airplane, it's a space station, is that it doesn't blink like an airplane. It doesn't have lights. Um, it's just a reflection of the ship as the sun hits it. And that's it's which weird at this time of night that the sun's going to hit the space station. But it's also weird. I guess it's the height that they're up right now. And again, I'm looking at the International Space Station as it flies over. It's just passing the North Star for me right now. I'm looking at some other vehicles up there. I'm not sure where that plane is headed, but it's definitely a plane. Uh, and I decided to come on Haps and have zero viewers. Waste of, I guess, all of our time. I'll delete it here. No sense that. I don't want to just sit here and complain about Haps. You know, Never will be a super broadcaster. Not in my repertoire here, I guess. Um, did good. Of course, I say that. Now, I don't want to be an ass about the whole thing. But back in my Periscope days, I was there for 4 years almost, or about 4 years. So, you build up that audience after time, and you got to be out here. That's the big thing about any broadcast media. You have to do it on a regular basis. You can't have one show a week. You got to cover tons of topics. I'm not, Louise Poppy. I mean, I don't, yeah, put my hand out there. I can't even see my hand. There it is, way over there. Yeah. I wanted to do that a couple of times, and I love her, by the way. Do that a couple of times. This light's going out again. I'm going to be losing the space station very shortly. But the uh, she's got that unique style. It's her trademark. You've watched her. Wow, a person come in. That's what 12 minutes into the broadcast. First person to come in. Yay! Hello to you. I'm out just sitting in my backyard, watching as the International Space Station goes over, and it's reaching its apex right now. So it's very bright. You're not going to see it. I don't mind trying to reverse it. I have seen it watching the video back. Um, all this print. Haps, can we turn off the damn print? Don't tell me what I'm supposed to say when I come on here. Junk food junkie, hello to you. I'm just really unhappy with Haps right now. There it is. Can you see that? That dot right above the center. I'll try to put it in center. Um, I know if you play it back and you look at it and you study the center of the screen, you'll see it. But that's the International Space Station, 280 miles up. I kind of lost it on the screen. Wow, where'd it go? Where'd it go? My eyes are just a little blind to it. I'm looking right at it. It was much brighter just a second ago. Hey John, that was some phenomenal sushi you had. What? I'll tell you what. That place is so good, and it's actually called. It's called Coy Tom's River, Tom's River, and that's the town, of course, where it is. They are a chain. Let me give you a little light here for a second. Oh, I'm still hanging it out the back here. It's again, it's at the it's as high as it goes, and it's about to disappear, and I'm not seeing it. Oh, I'm not seeing it. That's just not right. I had it for just a second. It's very hard to aim the camera at just a dot in the sky and catch it correctly. But something's weird. I was going to bring my binoculars out and look at this. Yeah, if it's a flashing light, it's an airplane. There's no lights. Let me get up and move a little bit because I might have. I got to turn my headlamp on. Hang on. Uh, there we go, so I can see where I'm walking. I keep my headlamp on mainly because I got a skunk and a groundhog that take residence here. All right, I'm aiming right at it. It's just above center, I think. There's my neighbor's house way over there. It's directly above there. It's definitely a long flyover, which is cool, but it's just not showing up. Just not showing up. Yeah, you can hear and probably see the planes, but it's going to disappear probably within the next 15 seconds or so. But you can't see it, so I might as well flip this back over and give myself a little bit of light. There we go. Hi, junk food junkie. Still seeing it, but it's just going to blink out. It's exactly what it does when it does go. But the software tells you where. I just triggered my bird feeder. Let me take a nighttime walk around the bird feeders. That'll be a little spooky. Ooh, I feel like Sean Austin here. Oh my God, what was that? So the finch feeder, kind of everything likes to climb up on that. This is the standard one everybody eats from. Squirrels were eating a quart full of food out of that thing every single day. They were killing me. Here's my bird bath. It's solar powered. I think you saw the pictures if you're looking at me there. Groundhog won't be a problem as long As you know, the mama with babies, they run around. Skunks, another thing. Yeah, they skunks do have an issue. Although I've had a skunk, I swear, the skunk has come up, walked, and done a figure eight between my feet. Scare. I'm sitting there. I am not moving. I will not move. So there's my bird feeder, and that shoots up about 2 foot with good sun. Typically, an average of about a foot up, and had about that I counted about 15 birds. If you look over here, you'll see there's the cam I use. I use the blink system, and that's of course saw me, but during the daytime it catches the birds at the feeder. So I'm really loving the feeder. It was a gift to Tracy for her birthday, which hasn't happened yet, but it's coming up on Sunday. Then we got our hummingbird feeders, uh, nighttime hummingbird shots. How many people's doing that? Wow. They don't like the nectar. They're not big fans of that. They just hummingbirds typically like just plain sugar water. What I do is a 4-to-1 mix. Cup of sugar, add a cup of boiling water to it, stir until that dissolves, add 3 more cups of water, and by the cold water now, and at that point it's cool enough to put it right into the feeder. And then we got this little guy here. The females tend to love this thing. It's very very narrow, only about a maybe an inch tall, and it's a quarter inch from the top there. But we don't have a lot of hummingbirds. Here's my other camera, which I have this turned off. This is strictly it gives you that. I got to back up, I guess. Gives you that view of the two those two feeders. And the last one, and I did this little walk around last time I was. Can I make this brighter? Yeah, there we go. Here's my little green tree. I'm so happy I saved this thing. It's only about maybe 3 foot tall now. So basically, simple syrup is what the hummingbirds like. Well, the yeah, okay, we'll call it simple syrup. We always called it sugar water at work, where we had hundreds, literally hundreds of hummingbirds. And there's my last feeder. Now I'll tell you what they've emptied. I had that thing totally full, and the line is right above that green, right here. Right there's the line where the food is. Yeah, you can see that, I guess. They've taken that and ate that in 2 days, so they're busy over here. They're mostly what are they? They're mostly I'm trying to think of the name of the damn little bird. They're not finches. Say finches are over here. I get a shot of me with the I don't know why, but me with the hummingbird feeders. So I'm enjoying a whole lot. Just doing backyard stuff. Really enjoying it. Um, I got all my butterfly bushes. I didn't trim these. There's 5 or 6 of them here. I didn't do anything with. They're 4 years old now, 3 to 4 years old. They were 2 years old when I got them. They're not very big, but they've grown up to these monsters all along this whole row. And a couple of them are like this one here is 4 foot round easily, and probably four. It's 5 foot tall at the highest. There's little branches up there. Uh, I could turn these things into Christmas trees. It's crazy. I never thought about that, but how wild and they're very sturdy, incredibly tough. We finally got a rainstorm come through last night, and man, we needed that. We needed that so bad. I think there we go. I needed that. We just needed it so bad. It truly hasn't rained in a month here, and back down to my happy chair. That's that's hard. That's rough. All the state parks and stuff like that. Banned all campfires, things like that. Oh, they did the little tree. Okay, I just caught that. Yeah, it's very full. It's a nice little tree. I do appreciate the fact that I saved that. I'm happy that I saved that. And I see 4 other people. I just hit the bird feeder. Yeah, bird feeder keeps on catching the light from this flashlight the way, or this little, you know, lamp thing I got. And it triggers the bird. The bird bath is actually what is triggering. Every 2 seconds too. Like triggers and then it goes off and it triggers again. So the whole system there, it's all they're all battery operated. The Blink camera systems, and I like that because I move them around all the time. I constantly move. Now I get the tree and stuff like that. I don't know if this is the. I'm getting all kind of mixed signals here. I'm trying to put that where it's not going to trigger the bird bath. That's what it's doing. I could probably rotate the tree around and it would be just as well. It's a little funky, the floating head of John Cook's, I guess. So the big question is now that are you retired, have you figured out where you're going to plant your tomato plants? It's for started here. It's too late. Another 3 weeks, I'll be able to go to our garden center. It's a fruit stand, but a pretty big fruit stand, and be able to buy Jersey tomatoes. Right now, they've got Floridas there that are pretty doggone nice. They took New Jersey tomatoes are very well known. It's probably, we have our own pizza style, which I don't like any other. New York's too thin. It's floppy. I don't like sissy little floppy pizzas. Then that whole Chicago thing, that's disgusting to me. I don't want anything with that much sauce, not even pasta. I sure don't want deep dish crap. Nah, can't do it. Can't do it. But Jersey pie is very crispy. It's a nice amount of crust, but it's not like a Sicilian pie. Not even close. It's just a thicker version of a New York pie, and it's just the right balance of sauce and everything else. But garden wise, now I really don't have a place unless I build a box garden. I don't want to do that. I love to walk around my yard at nighttime like this. Matter of fact, let me skunkify the view here. I know where he is. Oh, sorry, I know where the skunk is. And when they come out, there's a couple small, 3 or 4 year old silver maples that that shake, and I from where I'm at I can hear it. But I like to also see if I can see it too. That's a big one there. So yeah, garden didn't make sense for us, mainly because by time everything, I mean, I would be the end of June minimum, probably into mid-July, before we would start netting a lot of tomatoes or pretty much anything. Plus, our soil where I lived before here was great. We had soil 3 foot deep, beautiful stuff. I wish I could go and just strip that yard of the topsoil, but can't do that. Still have that house, but can't take your yard away. They frown on that in that town. But the soil here, topsoil, ends at about 6 to 8 inches. See, if you leave your bird cameras on at night, you may catch pictures. Oh, I have. I definitely. I've caught both the groundhog and the skunk on the cameras as they walk around. And between 3 cameras in the backyard, one on the back of the house, one on the left side of the house, the and that's looking from the back, I guess. Yeah, it's looking from the back. I don't know why I use that as a reference point, but the let me stop covering up the microphone too. Sorry about that, and try to get me a little bit higher up in the picture. So I had the camera that it faces the left side of the yard, and Tracy often uses that if she has a lot of groceries in the car. Our yard's big enough that we can drive the cars around, which we didn't have that at our old home. That was never an option. But it's been so dry, like say for a month with no rain. You drive over the grass, you crunch the grass and leave tire imprints. It's not that it doesn't come back. And if it was up to me, if it never rained on the grass again, I'd be happy because I do cut my own grass for years, years. I had a coworker who, was always, hurting for money. He had two kids growing up, and he worked the same job I did, but had a lot more outgoing money, and he, anything that could help. So, being the nice guy that John Cooks tends to be, it tries to be anyway. From the day we moved here, for probably about 7 or 8 years, I had him and his kids. First, mostly him, and the kids helped. Then the kids did most of the work, and eventually the kids did all the work. It was either the son come or the daughter come, and had a riding mower. They just rode around. They had fun, and they made good money. I paid him well just to help out the family. It was never appreciated. He ended up retiring. I thought we were good friends, but he was very tough. Still is. He's just a guy with a big head full of paranoia. He's one of those people that you have to practice what you're going to say before you say it, or he could take it wrong and now you're backed in a corner. And to me, that's like being the only sober person in a room full of drunks. Seriously, that's what it feels like to have been with him. So the day he retired, I haven't told this story. The day he retired, we're both in our break room. A third guy is too, and he's staring at me. We hadn't talked in 3 or 4 months at that point, not a word. So he stared at me. I mean, he was my relief. I was his relief. 5 words, the other guy was out of there, kind of a thing. And beam me up, Scotty. Hi, welcome. Good to see you. Thank you for coming in. So he stared at me. I'm staring back at him. I got nothing to say at this point. He said some really crude things after me being a pretty nice guy to him and putting up with all his crap that he put me up with for me and everybody else. It wasn't just a me thing. For 18 years that I was there before he retired. So I'm just, I thought to myself, no, I'm not saying anything to him. Uh, Let him go about his life. Once he walks out that door, I'm probably never going to see him again. And that so far has been the case. And it's almost 2 years since he left. But today, I didn't write that Mike was my boss for well over a year when I left work, when I retired. And today was the first time that I had gone out since COVID. And it was great to go out with Mike and have that incredible sushi that we had. He sounds like he was real a hole. That was his mo, no doubt about it. Nobody could take him. It's just that he wasn't the kind of guy that you could make friends and make friends and keep friends with. Something's going on behind me. Uh, We have a flashlight going here. I gotta turn this stupid little light off though. I know I'm gonna be in the dark, but I gotta look around. I'm going in circles. The paranoia of a skunk in your yard. And I'll tell you what, those things. What I really think is cool is they're very fluorescent under a light, any kind of light. This one here. Oh, I see. Oh, it's a bunny rabbit. Okay, bunny, you are more than welcome to be in the yard anytime. Boink, boink, boink. There he goes. No skunk. Just going to take another walk back by the water fountain. They have the bird bath. Here's a pretty good shot of it. I should have done that before. Used a headlamp to show off some stuff. I got to fill that. That's a nice picture. Hope it looks as good on your end. Uh, the black feeder, that feeder. Never thought to use the headlamp. How crazy is that? And I'm getting motion sensor stuff, of course. But yeah, my wife really likes that. It was a birthday present, and you can see I adjusted the stones here to keep. Like, actually, I could probably move that over a little bit to keep the solar fountain in the center, so it just constantly bounces around these 3 or 4 rocks right here. So that way, it just doesn't get over in a corner and shoot all the water out of the bird bath. But yeah, that's a happy little bird bath. Really like it. Thought about painting it, and it's just that classic concrete look. Looks really good, I think. So I'm gonna stick with that. Here's my chair I was broadcasting from over there. All those little white things they're all the younger butterfly bushes all the way around the yard. There's 18 in total. The bigger ones start back a bit of a dead spot, but one of them that one matter of fact right there straight ahead. I cut that back. Didn't cut the other ones back. Look at them. Look how great they look. And I got to make sure I got my head tilted enough here. There we go. And then all the rest are all newer ones along that side of the yard. There's the moon just coming up now. Uh, I know you can somehow zoom. Do you know how to zoom here, JFJ? I don't know. I've seen people do it. I've seen most people do it with Android. I don't know if I've seen them do it or not with an iOS system. So there's all the bird feeders in one shot with the headlamp. It's pretty cool. So I really work hard in the yard. The grass, you can see how dead the grass is. But after last night's rain, I'll be cutting it probably tomorrow. It's- That's just a matter of time. I know that. I'm trying not to. I just did activate the bird feeder cam here, so that'll stay on probably about a minute. Shut off. However, I don't know how long I have it set for. Shut off, and then 10 seconds later, if it detects movement, then it'll be back on. With a little luck, I might be able to cast enough light here with this. Not really. I was thinking I might be able to cast enough light to light me up, but that's not really working so well. And gonna sit back down. Well, I only came out for the space station, honestly, and then I figured I'd come on here and see if I could get anybody to pop in and join here. So I just got the last of the bird feeder messages. Good, I can turn this one here off. See, I've been trying to get my front yard to look nice for this year's Google pick. Yeah, yeah, my front yard has got a huge tree, really huge tree, and it's one of the ones that's got a lot of surface roots. So, I'm debating. Most of the people in this neighborhood have cut all those trees down. They're, I think the house is 1964, 1965. We definitely bought an older home here, and I think it's that tree is probably. I mean, it's 100 foot tall. There's no doubt in my mind about that. I planted some sunflowers for extra points. That's cool. Sunflowers are always nice. That was something I thought about maybe planting behind the butterfly bushes. So as they grow at different rates and stuff like that, they would look nice. I always like sunflowers. Just think they're it's just a cool looking plant. Um, yeah. I try to take in mind how much sunlight this needs or that needs and stuff like that. Now the butterfly bushes, they love direct sunlight. Now the big ones on the back fence that I didn't trim, and again they're 3 to 4 years old now. This stuff takes a long time. It's just amazing sometimes how long it takes for plants, in that case bushes, but trees and such to grow. Now I've got. Let me walk over there. I think I could do that. Put this light away again. Sorry for the darkness. Let me get my headlamp on. Switch around. Forgive my. It's not bad, I guess. I'm going over toward the skunk world here, but these are silver maples. They're about 4 years old. They're only a couple of feet high. I mean, they're this high on me. That's down around belt area. So they're really probably about 2.5 to 3 feet tall. They're behind some concrete blocks that have been stowed there for a while. There's my grass shooter that goes on my mower. I forgot to put that away. But these I'm going to probably bonsai those trees, or bonsai if you're really specific. These here are. Let's see if you can name them. I can't really get the lighting just right. Uh, I'm even trying to think what they're called now. But they only bloom. Oh, I had it. Doggone it. I had it. They only bloom at nighttime. Here's my little cactus garden, which is flowering. Make sure I don't touch them, but I mean we're flowering on a few of these here. And let's see, they're probably 40 or so years old. I have a silver maple that needs to come down. That's it. They're reaching the end of their life expectancy, and that's why most of the people here have gotten rid of those. John, I am back on the phone. Died. Oh, had to wait to get a charge back here. Yeah, I was in that same situation. My iPhone 10, the battery's down to 79%, which is 80%. They say after 3 years, 2.5 to 3 years, is pretty normal for a battery. Now my phone is great. Let me switch the light off again. Sorry. Um, there we go. I love my phone. I don't see a need right now to get another phone. So if need be, I'll have the battery replaced. Now the thing is that well, the thing is, it does charge very fast. Of course, 'cause it's not charging to 100%. Let's see. John just remembered to get some concrete sealer to put on the bird bath to protect the concrete. That's what I started to say, and I got off topic, of course. Is that I thought about going, oops, iPhone and software things that lie to you to make you want a new battery. I don't know if I go by the hours. I kind of believe what I'm reading, but I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it for a second. My jumping topic again. I do that. You know that. It's probably as well as anybody. That I had a 6S. Still have it. 6S. And man, it broke my heart. I took it down to Mississippi. Uh, it's, you've heard me say before. Had a huge beekeeping forum. Still do officially. I am passing it on to someone else, and that's the next in the step of things to do. I just had administrative control, ownership of the domain. There's a lot of stuff I took care of years ago, but right now it's getting passed on to someone else. Kind of you know I want it to stay around, and I just don't keep bees anymore. That's the biggest thing. So I don't want to be a part of it anymore. It's unfair to the membership, and it's just a pain for me. I got other things I do now. Mr. Retired here. Oh, that bird bath message. It's this lamp. It's this stupid thing is triggering a bird bath. I'm trying to put it where you can kind of see me, and it's not triggering a bird bath message. Let's see. Sealer won't change the color because it's clear. Yeah, I know. What I was going to say was I've been looking at some of the paint jobs that people have been doing, and some of them downright gorgeous. Now, concrete's very neutral in color. Most birds will go to it. They just like the running water, the sound of the water, the splashing around, and all that stuff, of course. But uh, you start to color it, and you'll attract more of one bird than another just because of the color. And I don't know if I want to do that, but I do want to seal it. I know come winter time, the most important thing is to fill it up with styrofoam. This is the best way I saw to do it. I fill it up with styrofoam, put a big hefty bag around it, and then tie the hefty bag along the pedestal so that it stays puffed up so no water can rest in it. Because leaving it out all winter, as much as you want to give water to the birds, it freezes. It's going to crack that concrete, and I don't really want to go and be doing that. Hey, go. I'm sorry. I just looking now. When is that super moon? It's gone. Um, last night and night before was kind of in out. Uh, I don't know if it did it really fall in the supermoon category. I know it was I know it was called the rose moon or something like that. I saw it the night. I have a really good moon app. Check out different apps if you're interested. According to where you're at is how long a full moon actually lasts, and we tend to think it's a 24-hour thing, but it's not. I'm here at 40 degrees north, and 40 degrees north. The thing, it a full moon lasts about 4 minutes and 10 seconds. Now that's being extremely critical, and that's science stuff. That's not me. That's science stuff. The closer you are to the poles, the longer that lasts. Okay, so it's just a interesting fact, I guess. But I saw it the end of the cycle before it was 99.4, something like that. The next night, which everybody was claiming was the big night, was had already gone from waxing to waning, and it was back down to 99.2 or 3. So somewhere in the middle, when the moon was down below us, down below our horizon, was the true full moon. But that's getting technical. I like to try keeping bees. I've only seen one single bee so far this year. Been at least 10 hornets. I just took care of some hornets today. They were building a small nest. Sorry, they were wasps. They weren't hornets. A small nest that was starting to build right above my back door, and I only noticed it because I had a carpenter bee that was looking at me and trying to fly in the house, and I'm like, get, I kept on closing the door on him, and it was just let's get him out of the house. I don't want him in the house. I'm not going to kill him. Them and bumblebees are just too cute. American carpenter bees, all those happy bees. Um, but hornets and wasps, and especially yellow jackets. I'm very allergic to yellow jackets. I don't go in anaphylaxis, but I swell to the point where I start to lose circulation. I get numbness. I got bit in my, or some sorry, bit. I got stung in my left hand by a yellow jacket, and it looked like I had OJ's glove on and blew air into it and turned it into a clown glove. That's how big my hand looked. Oh, I was in misery. I was probably about 15 or 16 years old when that happened. But you can take honeybees and sting me all day long, not an issue. I was a beekeeper for 40 plus years. Um, it was great. It was a great hobby, very meditative. You see me, I like low adrenaline. I prefer low adrenaline. I'm not the guy jumping off the bungee cord or out of the window or skydiving or any of that crap. I'm not doing that. To me, having a cup of caffeinated coffee in the morning is jumping out of an airplane. I don't need that. At one point in my life, yeah, I could triple espresso anybody under the table. It just doesn't happen anymore. Let me just scroll back a little bit here. See if I missed anything. So the sealer's a definite, um, and plus that saves on water. You really don't think of those things, but water does constantly seep through the concrete, evaporates through the concrete as the days go by in the summer. Not that I can't run outside and shoot some more water into the bird bath or anything like that, but giving it a good seal makes a huge difference. And this is a gift from my wife from her coworkers. She just mentioned that we were searching for a bird bath, and next thing you know, coworker says to her, can you open up your trunk? And she says, what you need? And we got something for you. And she went out there, opened the trunk, and here comes the bird feeder. And the pedestal alone is probably 70 pounds. And I thought it was about 80, but I'm saying it's probably closer to 100 pounds for the feed for the bath itself. The thing is massive. And her boss just took and lifted it into the car like nobody's business, and took the two of us to get it out of there and to get everything set up in place. But it's kind of where I wanted. I wish we had more sun right there into the afternoon would be nice. connection things. Although it says it's a great signal I got, I don't know. Um, but the so we got it in place, and about 3 in the afternoon or so, it starts getting shady. Sun goes behind the trees and stays there pretty much till about 6:30 or so. And that's now. That's not. I'm not talking, late June here, which will be a little different. I'm not sure quite yet, how that's going to work out. But I'm assuming we're going to lose the sun a little bit earlier in the day. But in the mornings, it looks really good. But I come out here. I'll sit out here for hours in the afternoon. Just sit in the yard. I'll back up away from the bird feeders and sit there with the binoculars and see if I see anything new. Um, I believe the number is 11 different birds that we have here on a regular basis. I have an incredible app. Uh, can't think of the name of it. I'm not going to do anything with the phone to find it right now. But it was $10, and probably the only reason I bought it, beside the fact that when you buy the app, it's a one-time purchase. There's cheaper levels that you can buy that do different things, but the voice recognition, you just you go there, and if you can capture a picture of it, it'll tell you what bird, and I leave it in the backyard bird mode. But if you go to the beach or anywhere like that, it adjusts to the birds in that region, which is cool, and it works all around the world, which is really neat, I guess. But the big thing that I like is and JFJ. I see. Matter of fact, I see a couple. No, I just see yours. Okay. Um, but I got off topic is what I did. Uh, but I enjoy the back. I enjoy sitting out in the backyard. I just move my chair I'm in right now from one side of the yard to the other. Follow the shade, get the binoculars out, ID the birds. But the one feature is the call feature, where you just hit record, and as different birds are picked up, and if you got 10 of them squawking in your yard with different noises, you get it shows an accuracy meter on it also. So if you show 70 or so percent, good chance, really good chance that it picked up the correct bird. You get up in the 90s, you can pretty well figure you got the right bird each and every time. I'm going to put my headlamp on and do a quick skunk look. Oh, okay, I'm not seeing anything wiggle over there, so come on, lamp. There we go. So let's see, let me go back here. I used to love to take my coffee outside in the backyard in the early morning and watch the early birds come to the feeder and watch them look around for worms and grubs. They are active in the morning. We have quite a few morning doves, and they're such a lonely sounding creature. The I used to think that they were in the owl family because they sound so much like an owl, but we get them and they pick up all the food on the ground that the other birds throw out, which is cool. So not a lot of waste. So there's not a lot of seed that grows either. So that makes it really good. Let's see. We have whoops, sorry. We have house sparrows, which we do. The native. What am I clicking? Haps, you drive me nuts. I swear you do. You drive me totally nuts. Um, let's see. Sparrows, the ones with the red head, yes, and the invasive gray ones with the black faces, blue jays, doves, and two local red-tailed hawks. The hawks we don't have come around, but we have them. They were big where I worked, not too far away, maybe probably 8 air miles roughly from here. Typically, they say a 30-mile range. The birds that you have in a 30-mile range are a good chance that you'll see most of them. This is the app now speaking. But what I like about the app, the bird app, is that when you go in to learn about the birds, there is just scrolling pages of information, anything you could ever think of. Um, we have that I know right now 5 hummingbirds. I can tell. I mean, if you got 3 females and you see 2 males, you pretty well know you got 5 hummingbirds, and a couple of them are small, so I think they're first generation. here. So as they grow, they won't be too long before. But I'm thinking we might have. Why am I hearing myself? What? What? I know you hear that. I gotta shrink it up. Did I activate something? That. Oh, no, that wasn't it. Hello? That was it. That was my hummingbird feeder speaker. I didn't hear it except through the phone. That's weird. That's weird. Blue jays are the nastiest birds. They are, that's for sure. They fight each other. You know what? They don't fight. They get along with squirrels really well. The squirrels are not bothered by them. I really PO'd a lot of squirrels here. We've probably got three babies. I mean, they chase each other like maniacs, and a couple of older ones, of course. The parents, I'm sure. Um, and but the feeder wise, yeah, the Blue Jays they dominate. But they spend a lot of time on the ground too. So the two seed feeders we have, they go up there, but they don't go up there a lot. They tend to stay on the ground, along with the mourning doves and a few other birds that go down there, and they have no problems with each other, which is really interesting to see, because I know how nasty the Blue Jays are. Oh, we have a great horned owl. Oh, nice, nice. They fly by when the first real winter storms hit. Okay, I did freeze for a second. Okay, that was probably what I was hearing. That I was probably wasn't hearing the feeder. Uh, yeah, this may not be. I'm looking right at the. I got a small. I got a pear tree. That's wrong. I got a peach tree. Actually, I found out another. I'm a big app collector, and anything nature I love. I've got a plant and tree identifier. You can aim it at the bark of a tree, and it tells you what tree it is, and then take it from there and read everything you want about it, see all other pictures. But I've identified 16 different trees and about probably half a dozen different shrubs and plants around here. The one I was trying to think of before was primrose. It was evening I think evening primrose. They only blossom or only flower at nighttime. They're closed during the daytime, and they look like a weed. Probably are a weed, but they're pretty but small. The flowers may be half an inch in size. Let's see. They scratch and peck like they mean business. Oh, they have the bulls waiting to attack is what they are. Neighbor across from me here. I'm looking straight at his house. Um, every time, and I mean every time a car goes by, his front light comes on, security light comes on, and it's just his front door light. Oh, Haps, I despise you sometimes. I'm not afraid to say that. I mean, I just have issues with their app and the way it works. How you touch this happens. You touch that happens. Uh, it's pain in the rear. Is what it is. I really want to grow a peach tree. These are. I'm going to take you for a walk again, and I'll put the headlamp on because that's much that works really well. Let me flip you around. Here we go. This is my here. I got to adjust this down a little bit. There it is. There's my. It's actually a nectarine tree. I found out it's not a peach tree. Although they feel a little fuzzy, they do. But it's actually called a nectarine. Is the tree itself. Now some of these you'll see are being eaten by something. Okay. When have you ever had somebody look at all of them? It's just I mean if I can zoom in just to make sure you see how many there's hundreds and hundreds and I wouldn't doubt there's 1,000 on this tree and it's a small tree. There's not a whole lot left of it. I mean, lots so much has died. I've cut so much off, and it's got a couple of branches there and a few branches here. I did have the bird feeders hanging from here, but the squirrels were at it so bad that they were emptying my feeders here, so I put them on a shepherd's hook and stuck them over there, and they don't grow huge, at all. The nectarine slash peaches. I always knew it as an ornamental peach. I think you got a pretty good view right there of how many's on a branch over there across from me. I gotta get my lamp a little higher. There you go. There's just so many. Every branch has got so many. But what gets to this, the groundhogs, they come and they literally bend the branches over. I didn't realize they could climb. I didn't know. It's got the word ground right in their name. I mean, you don't think about them, climbing and stuff like that. So I probably put food up about yay high last night. Um, and I think it's a 16-ounce can I'm using. I did have a glass jar, a quart jar, and I dropped it and it shattered in a billion pieces. And see, nice fruit set this year. So they're good. I know this fruit won't be around. I'm just walking around and looking at stuff again in case anybody, see 18 people have been in and out. So just to mention it again, here's my solar. It just came yesterday. I think it was yesterday. It was probably still 11 o'clock. So, so it's solar. It's a solar fountain. Shoots up about 2 foot in the air or so, and according to how much sun is getting, and threw some rocks in there, the big ones to keep it just in this area. That's as far as it'll go. So when it shoots up, and it's got all kind of interchangeable. Let me put it up here. Interchangeable tops. So you have this one here, and there's 9 others, both colored and and black, the color black there. Then I threw some more stones for the littler birds to sit in. I don't know what'll light up at nighttime and what won't. My house is lighting up pretty good, I see. Back to the hummingbird feeders, and way over there is the one for finches and stuff like that by the little Charlie Brown tree. And then you see the moon taking its time coming up, but I mean, it all looks but full now. I mean, it really does. Uh, somehow you can zoom in. I I haven't figured it out yet. I just don't know. I see groundhogs can scale a chain link fence like a quick, swift cat. I've seen them do it. See that, and that's how they're eating these things. They're going up. I know it's them. Definitely them. They pull them all, shake. They jump up and down on the branches, and throw everything down on the on the ground, where it's easier for them to get if they're not just munching them. I'm trying to get the light to hit the tree. So that's what's left of my pear tree. Oh, sorry, dang, doggone it, peach tree. Then you got this thing here, the princess tree. Princess tree. It's got those big banana-like leaves, but it's not the thing with the cigars. The Indian cigars. God forbid that that's politically incorrect. I triggered this light. That's the one that looks at the bird fountain. Okay, that's triggered right now and giving me messages. But up there, and I don't think I can see. Oh, way up there. You're not going to catch it. Right smack kind of in the middle of the screen, upper part of the screen, is some of the flowers. Now, JFJ, you saw them, the purpley flowers. You saw those on the Facebook page. And if anybody who comes in, wants to see collection, hundreds of the cooking shows, thousands of pictures of food that we've made. Um, Stuff's a little blurry here in the camera. What's going on here? I don't know. Maybe it's just the lights hit. I think the light source is hitting the phone as well as just lighting stuff up. But so we got right now 5 active hummingbirds, which I'm thinking that's going to probably. I'm thinking it should triple. I really should. We got a lot of mist in the air. I don't think that's going to really show up, but there is a whole lot of mist in the air right now. That sure shows up on the security cams, no doubt about that. So I'm gonna walk out front just to see if I lose you, I lose you. Okay, that dish that was here when we moved here. I've just never taken it down. So one of the blink cameras is right there. That's on right now. You can kind of see the red, maybe even the blue light on that. Okay, because I walked up to it and triggered that. Ah, see, you see most of the backyard. I'm gonna walk out. See, I got to cut my grass. It rained, and all the weeds pop up. Actually, they were popping up. I'm scraping the side of my house. It doesn't always look like this. I'm scraping the side of the house. And I'm going to be painting this within a couple of days. I got another day worth of scraping. Other security camera I have here, and I really do like the blink system. Let's see. It's a is that a cold tappa? Cold tappa. What's a cold tappa? Cold tappa. Cold. I don't know what it is. Um, I'm thinking of a different word. I know I am. But so this one here, this camera here, the squirrels this morning. I've got 9 videos of the squirrels trying to chew it, trying to do anything they could. They were so unhappy because I moved the bird feeder. I swear, they were so unhappy that I moved the bird feeders from the peach tree back there, that they were sabotaging. They tend to live in this tree. This is the big tree I talked about in the front yard. Say it's 100 feet tall plus, and they were just really trying to beat that up, and that faces the front of the house. Okay. Then one over here. This is the one that faces the left camera. I like these because they're all battery operated. That's probably the best part about the whole thing is that it's all batteries. Um, and they come on for whatever time you set them. And if you want to move them, you move them. Tracy's car. And here's the last of our cameras right here. I think I showed them all to you. And if you look at that, it's got a neat uh, mount that goes right onto. I think the garbage can's empty. I'll uh, take the can here back with me. Here's my car sitting over there. So this part of the property, this property line here is protected by the driveway cam. Here's the tree. I want to take this to work. See how close it's growing to the house now. I want to take this tree to work and make it. Listen to that crickets. Crickets don't come out until July around here, and we got freaking crickets. My mortal enemy. I despise crickets. Walking past my AC unit. Forgive me. Let's see. You need to block the troll. Oh, we got it's a troll. I don't want. JFJ. Who is it here? Beam me up. Use a tree choose down to lilies and white flowers. I don't think it's him. Underclass whites. Oh, okay. Zoe. Bye bye. I think it was Zoe. Zoe's Zoe's now gone if it's not. Okay, I just got to back these. Here's my ever growing Zen garden. These are junipers, and these are going to be bonsai trees. These are just in water right now. These two. I'm just trying to figure out which ones are the best. I'll walk back here. This. Oh, here we go again. Lost my signal, I guess. Oh Lord. Isn't that weird? That always happen. Where's my signal? You guys even here still? Well, if that ain't irritating, I don't know what is. So this, I can't get any brighter. Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop. I can't do that. What's doing that? Okay, I turned the mic off, turned it back on. That cured it. Okay, you can even see the berries and stuff on that, or I kind of see the berries. Okay, that's a red cedar, and that's about 40 foot tall. Next to it, I can't remember what that tree is next to it. You really can't see it that well. See if I can just hold the flashlight up a little better. But the red cedar, that's the one that's grown on the side of the house. It's got beautiful bark to it. It's this one here is, I don't know how old this is, but it's yeah, it's up there. It's up there. It's a beautiful tree. I really do. This is the most tree-like tree that we have in the yard, I think. And I sit under here. It's right by the butterfly bushes, and I'll sit back here much of the time. That gives me this kind of view of the bird feeders and stuff. Where are they all? I'm trying to zoom in. There's the hummingbird feeders. There's the bird bath and such. So an hour and 5 minutes, guys. I'm just going to catch up here. Yeah, how long was I gone? Oh no. Yep. But I am on a I'm on an extended Wi-Fi router, which hangs out the kitchen window up there. That's that window in the center. So I mean, I walked all the way around the house, and that thing was holding the signal really well. So that's not too bad. Let me just give myself some light here without looking too spooky, and say goodnight to you guys. Thanks for coming in. Who hasn't been here before? And JFJ, good to see you. Of course, it's always good to see you in here. And see, I scroll up. I scroll up and I go to some screen where I want to delete people. Looks to be over 50 years old. I would think so. I think that's the moon is climbing quickly now. That's gone up quite a bit since I can't really shine on those trees; they're too far away. But it has gone up quite a bit. That's pretty doggone full. I just My neighbors just flipped their light on. They're like, "What the hell's he doing now?" They see me out here all hours of the night. I know I turned the light off. Sorry about that, but I'm just going to leave that off, I think, and I'm going to pack it up. I think I have a soda over here though in my chair. Is my Let me turn it around one last time, and man, this don't put out any light at all. Nothing like the head beam, and the head beam I took off. That's my little camping chair that I tend to sit in. I like it because I can move it around real simple. So let me grab my soda, make sure I'm not leaving anything behind. I'm just going to put the chair over here a little bit. I say here, you're like, where? I can't see nothing. And I get that. So I'm going to just put that on me, flip it back over here. Try not to walk into anything. The more stuff I put out back, the more I need lamps just to be able to not run into anything. I said earlier, you may have a possum climbing up into your tree, eating fruit. Uh, I've never seen it. Could be. I've never seen a possum here. My old house, yeah, we had a fair share of possums there, but I've never seen one here. I'm just looking ahead of me here, checking for to run into anything. So good night, guys. JFD, talk to you soon. Um, Keep a look on the photos. I'm going to be adding a few more there on Facebook pretty soon. Anybody who's still here, thanks for the stream. Yeah, beam me up, Scott. Absolutely. Uh, I've been out. Uh oh, my light died. My little light died, Captain. And I'm not going to pull out the other one, or am I? I still had it turned on, so maybe I will. There we go. I'll just finish it up. Oh, God, that's bright. Uh, yeah, I broadcast on here. I complain about Haps a lot. It's got issues. Probably half of them are me. Got to be honest, right? If you're not honest, you're not. Good night, John Budd. Check out the card game phase 10 card game. I know you will like it in the app store. Is that what it's called? Or did I miss something you typed? The 10 card game. If that's what it's called, I'll definitely check that out. I like to play card games. I want to get back and play some. I keep saying it, and I don't do it, but I want to get back and start playing some gin rummy again. That's just always been a favorite for sure. Phase 10 card. Got it. Okay. Peace, guys. Good night. Thank you all for coming in. Whoever's been here, I'm going to go decide whether or not I want to, where I want to delete the broadcast. Probably it's going to go. I don't like how my mustache is looking here. And my battery's starting to die too. It was almost full. Yeah. Between the bird feeders, my wife says the bird feeders coming on. I'm sorry, the bird cameras and other cameras always coming on. Kill her phone. Let me try to end with the phone with the moon. JFJ, you have any idea whatsoever how I zoom in with this thing? I see people doing it. I've seen Alexis do it, and I forgot to ask her. But I see other people zooming in all the time, and I can't get it to do it. I don't know. I've tried, but I'll go back here. Matter of fact, it'd be kind of cool maybe if I do this. Let me switch camera views. Uh, I bring it up, and it's behind a tree here. Alrighty. And if I hit, I'm about to walk into the picnic table, and there we go. And with it, that's probably the best shot I'm going to get. Uh, it's pretty remarkable. I mean, the moon typically does rise up very fast. Once it gets above at its apex, wherever that might be, because it's always different angles. It's never, rarely ever straight up. Very, very rarely ever straight up. But when it does, the it sits there practically. You don't have to. My telescope, it doesn't have to move. It'll just park right there. I won't hear the little gears inside grinding or anything like that. So spooky looking night with the full moon. Everybody, please take care. Thank you for coming in. And I hit the end button. Peace and God bless. And this